Greetings! In this video, I will demonstrate how I perform a rear differential gear oil change in my Dodge Charger 392 Widebody. The items you'll need to perform this procedure are a way to lift the vehicle such that it remains level. I use a quick jack, safety goggles to protect your eyes, gloves that are rated for chemicals, a light source, shop towels, an oil catch pan to drain the fluid into, a set of hex keys, whether it be ratchet and socket setup or Allen wrenches, is ideal. However, in my case, both the drain and fill plugs are 8 millimeters. 2 quarts of fully synthetic limited slip differential gear oil. Now, the manual calls for 75W85. I live in Arizona where the ambient temperature is typically warm. So I can get away with 75W90. Regardless of which you use, make sure it's API GL5 certified.
All right, I'm under the rear of the Charger. Got the rear diff. I'm gonna set up the oil drain pan right under the plug there. But before I do any of that, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make sure I can unscrew the fill plug. The fill plug is the upper plug and the drain plug is the lower plug. So if I can't unscrew the fill plug, abort mission, because then you can't fill the gear oil. So I'm going to take my 8 millimeter hex key and I just want to see and make sure I can unscrew the fill plug. Okay. And yep, it looks like it did unscrew. So I'm not gonna take it out all the way, but just loosen it enough. And then same for the drain plug. All right. Let's make sure that's aligned. Okay. So yeah, that was simple enough. Now, one thing about gear oil is it smells real bad. If you've never done this service and you do it, just wait till you smell this thing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get an extension for this hex socket so that my hand's not so close to the drain. I'll be right back. All right, back. So let's go ahead and unscrew the fill. Again, make sure this bad boy is right underneath and make sure the drain is open so that you can get the stuff out. And you can kind of just hand unscrew this thing. Take that out first, slowly. Just in case something comes out, have this thing there, watch your eyes. Okay, so clean this up a little bit and I can show you what the fill. I mean, they're the same plugs. The drain and the fill in this case, in this car, it's the same exact plug, same size and everything. So yeah, so here it is. It's a hex. Oops. Well, anyway, you saw it, I hope. I'll take out the drain and we'll take a look at that one. And we're off. Draining gear oil. Look at that color. That's not how it's supposed to be. I'll show you the new stuff. This has been there for about 20,000 miles. I do this service around every 20,000 miles. So, that's it. It's going to drain out. And once that drains out, we'll put the drain plug back in. And then we'll fill fresh oil from the top. All right, it looks like the gear oil has completed draining. So let's start by putting the drain plug back in. All right, just wiping it down. And start by putting the drain in. All right. Let's tighten that thing. So it doesn't have to be excruciatingly tight, kind of like an oil drain plug, same thing, engine oil. All right. All right. All right, that's the drain in. Now, the fun part. We're gonna put in right here. This is the gear oil. Now, what I'm excited about is this new container. It's a squeezable container, and you can see how that's kind of like a really awkward place to fill something from. So I'm kind of excited about putting this in there and then squeezing it out. So the thing with this, the fill level, that's something important to discuss right now, is the vehicle is raised and it's level. That's the important thing, is that this vehicle is level, all right? The specification to fill, it actually, the specs say 1.5 quarts, all right, 1.5 quarts. What we're going to do is we're going to fill it up, and it probably about 1.5 quarts will go in, give or take, that's my guess. But it will start a slow drip, a slow spill, a slow drip from the fill plug. When it's like a slow drip, that's when we know we're good. We have the right amount in there. It shouldn't be gushing out from the top. Like I said, provided the vehicle's level, which it is, okay? It shouldn't be gushing out. But a couple of drops here and there, that's fine. And then we'll screw in the fill plug. All right, so let's see. Here comes the fun part. Let's see how this thing goes. It's the first time I'm using this, by the way. Historically, I've been using the traditional gear oil container and using a siphon pump, but let's see how this goes. All right. Huh. Interesting. I'm going to keep this underneath. I mean, this is only 1 quart, so you know, I don't anticipate this spilling too much. That must just be the take this out every so often and take a look. Yeah, that looks good so far. Oh, by the way, I mentioned the color, right? Look at this color. It's like pretty much clear compared to, it's just like motor oil, right? As it gets used and burnt, it gets darker. So anyway, let's get this in there. I find rolling it up like a toothpaste container works well. Just gotta make sure you hold it firmly against the fill hole. But yeah, roll this in. This is just 1 quart, and then I'll start the next one. And like I said, probably about half of it will go in. So let's see. Okay, so 1 quart in, and now here's the second container. All right, I already opened it, and here's a little tip. I used the same cap that I had already cut from the previous one. This way, when I have the leftover on this one, I can put the brand new cap in, so it's a better seal. Anyway, here we go. So this is the tricky part. Now, I don't know exactly how much has to go in, but I'm going to fill it until it starts kind of gushing out, I guess, or slightly gushing out, and then I'll stop, and then I'll kind of know that that's enough, because this container does not have a measurement on it, so that's one of the downsides of it. But I'll slowly start pouring it in and see what happens. You know, let's see. All right, that looks like a considerable amount coming out. So yeah, that's pretty much how it should be. It's kind of like a constant drip. I'll put just a little bit more just to confirm that. Then I'll cap up the fill plug because it looks like it's good. Okay, and that should just basically come out. Yep, which it is. Perfect. All right, so let's clean the plug, and I will screw that back in. Yeah, see how it's not stopping, it's just coming out. So we're at the right level, basically. And it's not gushing out too much. So, screw that back in. Oop, I might need different. Just make it shorter. Okay, so that is a gear oil change, and we're done. One thing about this gear oil also is that it's got the limited slip additive in it already. So that's why I purchased this version. It's fully synthetic. It's got the limited slip additive. This is a limited slip differential. So basically now, what I'll do is I'll start up the car, I'll warm it up a little bit, take it out for a ride, and cut hard. And I don't mean do burnouts and stuff, but I mean do small circles, maybe in a parking lot, slow circles in both directions, where the steering wheel is cut all the way to the left and then all the way to the right. Essentially kind of like make figure eights or something, just to circulate the fluid throughout the whole differential. And that's it. So that's the differential change. Hopefully the video helps you. Take it easy. Bye.